make me thrill to die. Let me know where I stand from the start. I want you, I need you.
Hi, I'm Art Fein. It's Art Fein's poker party, retitled Art Fein's Elvis Party for this. Should be running during Elvis's birthday. It's January 8th. If it happens to be 1994 when you're watching it, he'll be 59 today, wherever he is. And we will have a panel of experts and general great people who want to talk about Elvis. So let me take it from the left to the right. First guy in is Bill Morrison. Bill, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much, Art. It's a pleasure to be here.
In such distinguished company. Is that what you're going to say?
I wasn't going to, no.
Okay.
Just exactly what I said there.
Okay, it's good to have you here, Bill. Next to him, I got Paul Bodie. Paul,
Right.
why'd you dress up?
I'm going to do the clam right after
We
the
can't
show.
really see the fact that you're wearing polka dot shorts,
Right.
but
But like I said, you called me at the last moment. I was almost out my door, and I said, "Well,
Paul, it's January 8th. It's
I
freezing
know,
outside.
I know it's freezing outside, but it's that's all right. I'll survive."
When you think of Elvis, you wear polka dot
I
shorts?
think about doing the clam.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to see you. And on my left, we got Jimmy Angel. Jimmy, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you very much. It's really nice to be here.
You know, you have some resemblance to Elvis in many ways, and you're from Memphis, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Did you meet Elvis down there?
Yes, sir. Sure did. Hume's High.
Wait a minute, but he was at Hume's High in 1948. You weren't. Where? I mean, did you meet him or a movie set or a social event? Or?
No, I met him in Memphis.
Yeah, just around town. Well, that's
Yeah,
great.
Joe
man.
Cookie's record store.
Was that right?
That's right.
That's really cool. And I know that we're doing an all Elvis show today, but we did want to mention that you represent Elvis and you represent everything good about the 50s. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. He was the mold. He opened the doorway.
And
For everybody.
He's a personal inspiration for your life.
Yes, sir. If it wasn't for him and Ricky, I wouldn't be around. I wouldn't be in the music business long back when.
And you are currently working quite a bit in Japan, right?
Yes, sir. I live in Japan now.
And you're just keeping that American 50s flame alive?
Yes, sir.
And always constantly, of course, doing Elvis material.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about Elvis. That's what we're here to do, because if you're watching any other station right now, they won't be acknowledging this because it's the birth date,
Right.
and nobody cares about the birth
Nobody
date.
cares about the
Everybody
birth
cares about the death date, and I've hypothesized that that's because everybody took part in the death. A lot of people were here for the death, and nobody
Right.
really acknowledged the birth. You know,
Right.
so. But we're acknowledging the birth, and we're celebrating the positive, good image. If you look in any newspaper that is acknowledging it today, they probably have some goofball in it, and it's probably some funny articles about how silly the people are who dig Elvis.
Well, not that. It's yeah.
That's all there
yeah,
is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's the only coverage there is. There is no
Yeah.
serious coverage about Elvis except this show. And as a matter of fact, if tonight is January 8th, then I won't be where I'm sitting. I'll be at the Club Lingerie running an Elvis tribute show,
Right.
as I do every year.
Right.
And where local musicians get up and do 2 songs each in a serious tribute to Elvis. No funny jumpsuit
No,
stuff.
no jumpsuits. No Vegas.
No fooling around.
No fooling around. Just the real deal.
Now, let's see, Jimmy. Well, you've seen Elvis play live.
Yes.
Where did you see those shows?
I saw him in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that the one that was taped live or another
Yep.
one?
That's the one that was taped live.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw and then on other films and things like that, I saw a lot of the film clips that the Jordanaires showed me.
Oh, that's right. You've worked with the Jordanaires. You've recorded with the Jordanaires.
They're with me now.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
I know Bill Morrison. You probably never saw it. I'm not saying you probably, but did you ever see Elvis live?
No, I never did. When he died, I was driving a Starline bus through Beverly Hills and pointing out one of his houses up there.
It's the one where you could just see the corner of the roof from the
Yeah.
top of the fence.
Right.
Yeah.
As you know, I am not an Elvis fan particularly.
Yeah.
But you know, as the years go on, I seem to have more of an appreciation always for Elvis. What am I trying to say? I don't know if it makes any difference or not. It's you mentioned. I don't want to take up too much of the time because of it is a tribute, but whatever that means, we want to spend time on something worthwhile. Not what I say, but You know, I really don't have that much to say, actually.
We'll get back to you in a minute. Then. You pop in when you got stuff to say. Feel free.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anytime.
All right, Paul.
Yeah.
When did you see Elvis?
The one, I think it was like March or April of '76, or maybe May of '76.
That's down in Long Beach.
Down in Long Beach.
I was there.
He had the powder blue jumpsuit on.
Yeah.
And it was as big as a house, and it was sort of disappointing. But then it didn't matter, you know, because he could still sing. You know what I mean? So it really didn't matter after a while.
That's interesting because your reaction is that he could still sing, and of course he could
Right,
sing.
yeah.
And my reaction was just about as cynical as yours. By that point, I'm saying, why is he doing this Vegas stuff? Why doesn't he lose some weight? You know, I want him to get him back to fighting shape.
Yeah.
The old Elvis I loved. So
Yeah.
when I went down to that show, that was the third show I'd seen, and I was kind of like, okay, I'll see Elvis. I mean, why not? You know,
Yeah.
I got a free tickets from RCA. Okay.
Yeah.
But when I got down there, and I'm sitting, not in the front row, but in a fairly good seat for a change, and I'm waiting and talking to you or just whatever I'm doing, and all of a sudden the thing rolls and the flash bulbs start going off, and then he walks out, and it struck me like, wait a minute, that's Elvis. You know, it's just about, I almost passed out because the relationship to the person that I idolized for so many years, I mean, he's right there in front of me. It was pretty overwhelming.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you know, I'm always making fun of the guy, you know, just because that's just the way I am. But you know, when it all boils down to it, you know, there's other guys I like better, and there's probably other guys that were better, but he was our first hero. That's it.
You know, there's a new book out.
I mean, guys our age, he was our first hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a new book out called The 50s by David Halberstam, which it should be a very authoritative book, but there's a couple things in the Elvis chapter that kind of makes you wonder about the rest of the book, because, you know, those things, they have fact checkers for major books.
Right, yeah.
And the Elvis chapter, like in the second or third line, says, and then he recorded this Arthur Crudup song, I'm All Right, Mama. And I said, well, okay. You know, it should be That's All Right, Mama. And it actually should be That's All Right. Technically, Mama wasn't on the original title.
Right.
But I haven't delved any deeper into it, but I was kind of horrified to see that.
Wow. Well, maybe you have to throw the book away because, I mean, you know, I mean, if
everything else is suspect after that.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know, you have to get that right. See, I mean, it's amazing to think
I
that.
want to talk about a near miss I had with Elvis. There's two different. I'm picking something up like it's relevant, but that comes up next. I had a near miss in 1975 or 4. I was hanging around Capitol Records, and the gal I knew was working there, and her boss got an invitation to see Elvis in Vegas from the J.D. Sumner and the Stamps.
Yeah.
The gospel group. They wanted him to. They wanted to invite a guy from Capitol to come see them. Maybe they can get signed. He didn't want it. He said to her, does she want it? And she said, do you want it? And I said, hell yeah, you know, let's go. But the point is that there's a lot of bogus people out there. Maybe, is this guy qualified to call from Vegas to invite us to a show, a Capitol Records representative? So we called this hotel and said, we'd like to come to the show, but is J.D. Sumner really going to have tickets for us, or we're going to fly to Vegas and somebody's just pulling our leg? And they said, we don't know, because I think they are doing that. They've called quite a few record companies, but we here can't say and we can't reach them. I said, all right, well, I didn't want to spend the money. So somebody else went and then sat with Elvis after the show and talked a while.
Oh, man.
So,
see?
Well, you know, you can't win them all.
Oh, man. See, that's your, you know, man.
So here's the closest I ever got was, did you go to the auction in 1981 or so, the auction of Elvis's estate from Brentwood, probably the one you were showing the tour bus pointed out over there in Bel Air.
Bel Air.
They had the contents of that house were auctioned off at the Palladium. And,
see, I didn't even know about it.
And I was bidding on little things. I don't want no $3,000 items, but me and Michael DeBar were bidding for Elvis's toilet seat cover because it was a fuzzy one. It was kind of interesting. It would be a nice kind of oddball memento to have, but he got it for like $80 or something. And then there was Elvis's typewriter, which is kind of a ludicrous idea. There was a typewriter in the house apparently, and of course Bob Hilburn got that. I said, nah. I mean, obviously Elvis never picked it up, but it was in his house. But what I got was his copy of everything you ever wanted to know about sex.
Yeah.
Now the thing is that if anybody was to burglarize, well, maybe they will now. If anybody burglarized my house, they wouldn't be taking this normally because there's no way of telling that it was in Elvis's house.
Right.
I mean, unless someday there's some kind of radiation test that you can give.
Yeah.
But I got it, and only I know that it was in Elvis's house.
Well,
you know? And I know it's a book that was read. That's the thing. I mean, they tried to sell his volumes of Shakespeare too.
Yeah.
But
well, he didn't
really
read the Shakespeare.
I don't think he read them, but I'm sure he read this.
Well, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
You know, because he had a good time, and he probably wanted to find out how to have a better time.
Speaking of Elvis having a good time, let's take a look at a clip now. I don't know if we're 10 minutes in, but this is Elvis Presley. A lot of people think his first TV show was on his first TV appearance was on Ed Sullivan. We know it goes way back to January '56 when he was on the Dorsey Brothers.
You know the weird thing? I never saw any of those things.
I never saw any of them either.
I mean, when they happened, I just saw them years later.
But you're too young, and so was I.
Not really. I mean,
56.
TV, I don't know. It was just something that, like, I never saw acts when they played.
Anyhow, what we're showing is Elvis on the Steve Allen Show, which was not his first appearance by any means, but it was his first gigantic impact.
Right.
Because that was on the show that was opposite Ed Sullivan, and Ed Sullivan had already promised I wouldn't touch Elvis with a 50-foot pole. You know, he said, I would never have that guy on my show.
Right.
Steve Allen had him on, and the rest is history. So let's take a look at Elvis's first Steve Allen appearance, courtesy of Meadow Lane Steve Allen office. It's Singing I Want You, I Need You.
Hold me close, hold me tight, make me thrill, delight. Let me know where I stand from the start. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart. Every time that you're near, all my cares disappear. Darling, you're all that I'm living for. I want you, I need you, I love you more and more. Oh, well, I thought I could live without romance until you came to me. But now I know that I will go on loving you eternally. Won't you please be my own? Never leave me alone, 'cause I die every time we're apart. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart. Oh, well, I thought I could live without romance until you came to me. But now I know that I will go on loving you eternally. Won't you please be my own? Never leave me alone, 'cause I die every time we're apart. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart.
Oh, wow.
And that was,
Oh, yeah.
that was I Want You, I Need You, I Love You by Elvis on Steve Allen's show in 1956. You know, it's funny, the audience is pretty subdued considering it's Elvis. Of course, they put him in that straitjacket. Steve Allen was being humorous and put him in that tux.
Yeah.
And did you ever hear, Jimmy, any talk in Elvis discussion groups like this? That Elvis was really ticked off to be put in that tux? He was restrained, he couldn't move? Because I know Steve Allen told him not to move.
Well, I think, judging by, people I worked with and all that stuff, knew Elvis a lot of years. He's a very polite type cat, so I'm sure he went along with the program and appreciated Mr. Sullivan. Steve Allen put him on the air.
I think so too. That was his real big shot on TV.
And I think he appreciated the help, and because I'm sure that's how he took it. And Elvis was a jokester. He was a funny cat. He pulled a lot of jokes on it. Jordan Ayers would tell me all kinds of crazy stories. he was a jokester. He liked to pull jokes on the cats that he was really close with. So I'm sure he went along with it and thanked Steve Allen very much for putting him on the show.
I think so too, because we're going to show the clip from the second song from this at the end of the show, Hound Dog. And I've read a lot of things over the years about Elvis fans being kind of mad about him being in that suit and having to sing to a dog, which is a little bit demeaning, perhaps. But Elvis, when you see it, he looks like he's goofing with it. He's having fun with it.
See me, I never thought it was demeaning or anything. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I
And
thought
incidentally, what Steve Allen says on this clip is that when we come up to it later, is it's the day before he recorded Hound Dog. He hadn't recorded it yet.
wow.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
We'll look at that in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, may I say something? You said pop in there. When I'm listening to this now, of course, it brings back, as it does to anybody else who was around at that time, those days. And Elvis' sound was all over the planet, and I grew up with that sound, sort of, in my romanticizing, in my, what is it, the sowing the wild oat years, so to speak. Although he was being, I hope I'm not too much off on a tangent. What I'm getting at is you watch that, and I almost get choked up a little bit. And I'm not an Elvis fan. Elvis would sort of look like me in terms of a general look, in that I'm a year and 1 month older than him, or roughly a year and 1 month and 7 days. So here, that's kind of fascinating. Wouldn't it not be that if he were here, he would be generally, this old?
Didn't you once tell me on a previous show, though, that you were a little too intellectual for this sort of thing?
Oh, definitely.
That you and your bunch were kind
Definitely.
of... You were saying that hillbilly with the
They
sideburns?
were folkies.
Well,
Not folkies, no.
I was in a second Louis in the Air Force at the time, getting through ROTC school. Elvis comes sort of from the streets in a way, the way that I put it. So there was always that kept me at a distance from him. He was not my singer. My wife loved him. I married a Texas woman, as you know, Laree Cash. And she was great. We saw Love Me Tender together, and I learned Love Me Tender on the guitar. That's the only thing I could ever play on the guitar. I bought a guitar to play Love Me Tender.
That's cool.
Wow.
Guys were doing it all over the country. That's what he would do. If Elvis can do this, I can play.
Well, see, it was
$20 guitar, $8 guitar.
See, my theory about the whole thing about Elvis is that, remember, I once told you that nobody ever really danced to Elvis records because they didn't want to dance to him. They could dance to everything else, but they were too busy looking in the mirrors because they wanted to be Elvis. See, so when
Could be right.
I mean, that's why because everybody that's what everybody wanted to be. It was always the hip thing to be. See.
Well, I sure did.
Yeah, well, everybody did.
It's funny, too, about dance records, because I play DJ once in a while, and there's not too many Elvis records that have the correct dance beat. I mean, Jailhouse Rock's a good, it slams.
I mean, yeah, because none of it was like, okay, as opposed to like a Bill Haley or Carl Perkins. The minute you hear them, your feet start tapping.
Yeah.
But when you hear Elvis, you didn't want to dance, you want to be him.
By the way, I just thought of something. Speaking of hearing Elvis, we can't hear Elvis live anymore.
No.
But we can hear Jimmy Angel,
That's right.
who is not an imitator and is his own man, but of course digs Elvis quite a bit. And I know you got 5 or 6 of Elvis' songs in your repertoire generally, but we brought the backing track of Teddy Bear for you to sing along with right now.
Yes, sir.
And is this with the Jordanaires on it?
That's with the whole crew. Yeah.
Where was this recorded?
That was recorded in Bradley's barn.
Oh, in
Owen
Nashville?
Bradley, yes, sir.
Nashville?
For Japan.
Let's take a listen to Jimmy doing Teddy Bear, if you got it, the backing.
Baby, let me be your loving teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck, lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. I don't want to be a tiger. Tigers play too rough. Don't want to be a lion. Lions ain't the kind you want to love. I just want to be your teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck, lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. Baby, let me be around you every night. Hold you close, kiss you right, cuddle up tonight. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. I don't want to be a tiger. Tigers play too rough. Don't want to be a lion. Lions ain't the kind you want to love. I just want to be your teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck, lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. I just want to be your teddy bear.
Way to go, Jimmy.
Yeah. Oh, when. Oh, when. What was
Again.
Elvis's real name in Loving You?
Oh, come on.
What?
Deke Rivers.
No.
Dick
Jimmy
Rivers was
Tompkins.
loving you.
Oh, wait a second. That's right.
Yeah, remember?
Oh, I thought you had a trick question
I
for me.
got your fine art.
Now, we all know that he was called Deke Rivers all through the movie, but you remember that
Yeah, he got the name.
took it off of somebody's
yeah,
tombstone at the end.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
you got me. That was real good, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because that was from Loving You. That's what brought that to mind.
Yeah.
Loving You was a great film.
Sure
Just
was.
remember he had the outfit.
He had that red and white cowboy
That's,
outfit. I'm surprised those aren't for sale right now at every store in America.
They are in Japan.
The red and white, the specific
Yeah, that's right. They have,
red and white.
they have a chain of stores in Japan called Love Me Tender. That's right.
Elvis's duplicate clothes.
Oh,
Can you
man.
get that striped coat with the
Yep.
black
Get all that
sport coat?
stuff. You can get all that
Hey,
stuff.
can you get me one?
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to
man.
get that striped sport coat with the black lapel
they got all that
underneath that he
stuff.
wore with Natalie Wood at Graceland. Remember that? Remember that shot?
Yep.
I want to get the cowboy outfit.
That reminds me.
He
I
wore
saw-
that in Jailhouse Rock.
Yeah, right. That's
right.
the striped coat. Oh, man. If you can get one of those. Whew.
Yeah, I
As a
can.
matter of fact, that reminds me of a story. I only talked to Roy Orbison once in my life. And
Yeah.
I had gone to a
you lucky man?
taping with him and Katie Lang. And on his way out, I had nothing to say to him. I said, "That's Roy Orbison, that's fine." And he's pulling out of the driveway in a passenger seat. And I go, "Wait a minute, I just thought of something." I said, "Roy." He says, "Hi," and he's going to give me an autograph or something. And I said, "Man, I just saw a record that came out of Germany, and it has a picture of you on the cover from the 50s wearing this kind of striped coat with a black collar. And I know that's Elvis's coat. That's the coat from Graceland that he wore with Natalie Wood. Everybody knows that. And so did Elvis give you that coat?" And he says, "Man, that was my coat. I bought it first. I went to Lansky Brothers too, you know. Elvis was copying me. It makes me mad." So,
Wow.
I kind of got it settled.
Wow.
So, I mean, I don't know what you would have said to Roy Orbison, but that's what I said.
I would say what a great voice. That's all I would
Elvis's
say.
favorite singer?
Yeah, Elvis's. And supposedly that's where Elvis got the idea to dye his hair also.
Oh, no, Elvis was dyeing his
Tony
hair in
Curtis.
56.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Wow.
Tony Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Curtis. Because
Yeah.
if you see Love Me Tender, which is in black and white,
Right,
which you
yeah.
got to imagine,
Yeah.
his hair ain't black. It's brown. Because all the
Oh, that's
shots
right, yeah, yeah.
were kind of sandy hair.
Right,
Then,
yeah.
like, by Loving You, it was black.
It was black, yeah.
He liked
Okay.
Tony Curtis.
Okay.
And, you know, speaking of Elvis's hair, we don't have much time left, but in Change of Habit, which I just saw the other
Yeah.
day, it's the weirdest I ever saw because he never made any concessions for contemporary styles. He
Right.
always had his hair back right up until like 1969,
Yeah.
and he was always an anachronism from like 63
yeah,
to 69.
Yeah, because he didn't have the Beatle thing or
But
whatever.
he didn't do any kind of 60s look.
Right.
And is that okay with you?
Uh-oh, got him.
So he always had his hair swept back, right?
Yeah.
And that's good, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
You just
okay.
mentioned the bad cats.
But then, in Change of Habit, he had it kind of parted and combed forward.
Right, yeah.
So there was a moderate
Right, yeah.
Beatle influence there, but it didn't last.
Yeah, well, I remember one of the magazines, like 16 magazines, they said Elvis is changing his hairstyle. They made a big
Was that
deal,
right?
I think.
Well, why would 16 care? 32 would care more than 16. I mean,
Well,
at that
no,
point,
no, no.
in like 1968,
yeah, that's true.
16
Well,
doesn't
maybe
care
it
about
wasn't
Elvis.
Well, maybe it was another hairstyle that he had.
What other
but-
magazines you reading now? You were reading 16 when you were like 28 or
Oh,
something?
heck yeah, man. I never grew up. That's what, I'm never going to grow up. Be serious.
Georgia Winters
Well,
was a great lady.
But you'll be like me, and you just pick up. In the 50s, I would just go to the Reader's Guide at the library and look up Presley and look out every article
Yeah.
I could find.
Yeah, well, I used to buy 16 magazine. I tried to keep my finger on the pulse.
Yeah, well, how you doing? Are you finger on the pulse now?
Oh, I still have it on the pulse.
Well, me and Jimmy got the finger on the pulse in 1957. Isn't that right, Jimmy?
Yes, sir.
That's what's
Well,
happening.
that's
I think 57's coming back.
order me up a malt.
I think it's coming back. What do you think?
57 was the best year in the world. Still is.
And Elvis was great then?
Yes, sir. He was bopping and a rocking.
Yeah.
See, my favorite year was 58.
58.
I don't know why.
Cars weren't any good, and music was
I-
Dodie
I
Stevens.
didn't
and
drive.
it was
No.
starting to get watered down quite a
No,
bit.
but Richie Valens, man, would come on, let's go.
All right.
Which
All right. You can have
Summertime
58.
Blues.
You can live in 58. I don't care.
Neil Blue, the
I'm
Pimp
staying,
Blue.
I'm staying 57. And speaking of 57, let's go back to 56 now and go out on that clip I was talking about Elvis singing to the dog on the Steve Allen Show. And I want to thank you for joining us on this Elvis birthday show. If you're in LA and if it's January 8th, going out to the Club Lingerie, we'll be running that Elvis show tonight.
Do yourself a favor, buy an Elvis record.
Darn right.
He deserves it.
Darn right.
If
Darn
anybody makes fun of him, you smack him for me.
Don Tootin. And thank all you guys for joining us, and thank you for watching. We'll go out on Elvis singing to the dog. Is that dog from the Jackie Cooper show?
Oh, Cleo?
Cleo,
Is that
yeah,
Cleo?
yeah. It's on Steve Allen Show doing
Happy
Hound
birthday,
Dog. But a
King.
couple days before he recorded Hound Dog, he did this. Let's take a look.
What a cat.
What a guy. What a dog.
great vocal group, the Jordanaires, in the background. Elvis, your new record hit, I predict it's going to be one because I've heard you rehearse it. You're going to record it tomorrow, called Hound Dog. I got you a very cute little hound dog right here. And away you go. Who's that? Here it is. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Well, I said you was high class, well, that was just a lie. Yeah, they said you was high class, well, that was just a lie. Yeah, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Well, they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Yeah, they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Yeah, you ain't never gonna rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't never gonna rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine.